Welcome back, fellow farmers. If you're serious about starting a profitable poultry farm as a side hustle, you're in the right place. Today, we're discussing one of the most important aspects of poultry farming, the type of feed your chickens need at every stage of their growth and the exact amounts you should provide, from day one all the way to when you offload your flock. Whether you're raising broilers, layers, dual-purpose breeds, or even local chickens, getting the feeding right is absolutely essential for a successful and productive farm. Feeding your chickens isn't just about tossing some feed into a trough, it's about understanding their nutritional needs at every stage. Chickens grow and develop rapidly, and their feed must match their specific requirements to ensure they grow healthy and productive. Don't worry, I'm here to break it all down for you, step by step. Now, this is part 4 of our ongoing series, a complete guide to starting a poultry farm as a side hustle. If you've been following along, you already know we've covered a lot of ground. In the earlier parts, we talked about market assessment, choosing the right breed, preparing your brooder, transporting chicks, and managing their daily activities in the critical early stages. If you missed any of those, don't worry. I've linked them all in the description. I strongly recommend watching them because each step builds on the next. Skipping one could mean missing an essential part of your journey to poultry farming success. In today's video, we're taking the next crucial step, feeding. This is where the magic happens. Feeding your chickens correctly is the foundation of their growth, productivity, and profitability. It's the difference between a thriving flock that delivers great results and costly mistakes that could set you back. And it doesn't matter whether you're raising chickens for meat, eggs, or both. Feeding strategies vary depending on your goals, and I'll make sure you understand exactly what to do. I'll also be sharing a feeding chart in PDF format that provides detailed guidelines for broilers, layers, dual-purpose breeds, and local chickens. The chart is available in my Telegram group, and I've left the link in the description for you in case you want to download. It's a great tool, especially for beginners, to help you calculate the exact feed amounts your chickens need at every stage of their growth. And while this chart is a fantastic starting point, I also advise you to consult your chick supplier or hatchery for specific feeding recommendations. Every breed has unique requirements, and the supplier's guidance can help you fine-tune your feeding plan to ensure optimal results. So stay with me because we're about to cover everything you need to know to give your chickens the best possible start and set your farm up for success. Let's get started. When raising broilers, feeding is one of the most important factors determining their growth, health, and overall profitability. Broilers are designed for rapid weight gain, and their nutritional needs change as they grow. A well-structured feeding schedule ensures they reach their full potential efficiently. Let's delve deeper into their feeding timeline and why each stage is critical. From day 1 until the end of week 3, broilers should be fed a starter feed. This stage is the foundation of their growth, as it sets the pace for their entire production cycle. Starter feed is specially formulated with a high protein content, usually around 20 to 24%, to fuel their rapid early growth. The protein in starter feed is essential for building strong muscles, developing organs, and enhancing their immune systems, which are still developing in these early weeks. Starter feed also contains balanced levels of energy, vitamins, and minerals to meet their nutritional demands. Broilers are extremely active during the first 3 weeks, and they need these nutrients to support their high metabolism. Additionally, the smaller crumbled form of starter feed is designed to be easy for chicks to eat and digest, making it perfect for their tiny beaks and developing digestive systems. During this period, it's important to ensure that chicks have constant access to clean water alongside their starter feed. Proper hydration helps with digestion and nutrient absorption. Pay close attention to how the chicks are eating. Consistent eating and drinking are signs of good health. If you notice any chicks not actively eating, intervene quickly to avoid stunted growth or health issues. Once your broilers reach week 4, their nutritional needs begin to shift. At this stage, it's time to transition them to grower feed or finisher feed, depending on your preference or what's available. This feed is typically lower in protein compared to starter feed, usually around 16 to 18%, but higher in energy to support the next phase of their growth. Why the reduction in protein? By week 4, broilers have developed strong muscles and immune systems, so they require less protein for growth and more energy for weight gain and fat deposition. Grower or finisher feed is designed to optimize muscle development and weight gain without wasting nutrients. It ensures the broilers gain weight efficiently without becoming overweight too quickly, which can lead to leg problems or health complications. The balance of nutrients in this feed feed also improves meat quality, ensuring your broilers grow into market-ready birds with the desired body composition. It's important to make the transition from starter feed to grower feed gradually over a few days to avoid digestive upset. Mix small amounts of grower feed with the starter feed, slowly increasing the proportion of grower feed until the starter feed is phased out entirely. This gradual change allows the broilers' digestive systems to adjust smoothly. Broilers will remain on grower or finisher feed until slaughter, which is typically between 6 and 8 weeks of age, depending on your target market weight. Throughout this period, ensure they have constant access to feed and water. Monitor their weight regularly to ensure they're on track and adjust feeding if necessary. Now that we've covered the feeding schedule for broilers, let's hit the thumb up icon before we shift to layers. While broilers are all about rapid growth and weight gain, layers have an entirely different focus, preparing for and maintaining consistent egg production. Their feeding timeline is designed to support steady growth in the early stages and prepare their bodies for the demanding process of laying eggs. Feeding layers properly from the start is just as critical as with broilers because it lays the foundation for a productive and healthy laying cycle. From the moment your layer chicks arrive, they should be fed layer starter feed or chick mash. This phase lasts from day 1 until the end of week 6. The goal during this period is to promote steady and even growth. Layer starter feed is specifically formulated with around 18 to 20% protein, providing the chicks with the essential nutrients they need to develop strong bones, muscles, and immune systems. While broilers require higher protein for explosive growth, layer chicks need a balanced protein to energy ratio to ensure they don't grow too quickly, which could lead to long-term health issues or negatively affect their laying potential later on. The form of the starter feed is also important. Crumbles or fine mesh are ideal because they're easy for young chicks to consume and digest. During these first 6 weeks, it's crucial to monitor their eating habits and overall health. Providing clean, fresh water at all times is non-negotiable. It's as important for layers as it is for broilers, as it aids digestion and nutrient absorption. Additionally, ensure the chicks have access to enough feed without overcrowding, as competition can lead to uneven growth. As your chicks grow and approach week 7, their nutritional needs begin to shift. At this point, it's time to transition them to layer grower feed. This is a pivotal stage in their development because grower feed is specially designed to prepare their bodies for the next big milestone, egg production. Unlike starter feed, grower feed contains slightly less protein, typically around 16 to 18%, and focuses on supporting skeletal development, which is critical for laying hens. Strong, healthy bones are essential for egg laying as they provide the calcium reserves needed for shell production later on. Grower feed also ensures proper reproductive system development, laying the groundwork for a smooth transition into their laying phase. This stage is about preparing their bodies, not rushing them, so don't be tempted to switch to layer mash too early. Allowing the hens to fully develop during this grower phase reduces the risk of complications like prolapse or weak eggshells when they start laying. You'll keep your layers on grower feed until they reach about 5% egg production, essentially when they've just started laying eggs. This usually happens between 16 and 20 weeks of age, depending on the breed and management practices. Once you notice the first eggs appearing and production hitting that 5% mark, it's time to make another important transition, switching to layer mash. Layer mash is the feed that will sustain your hen's egg production for the rest of their laying cycle. It's formulated to provide the exact balance of nutrients they need to produce high-quality eggs consistently. The protein content in layer mash is slightly lower than in grower feed, around 16%, but it contains higher levels of calcium and other minerals essential for strong eggshells. This is why it's crucial to make the switch to layer mash at just the right time, not too early, not too late. Making these feed transitions gradually is key to avoiding digestive upset or disruptions in growth. When moving from grower feed to layer mash, mix the two feeds over the course of several days, slowly increasing the proportion of layer mash until it fully replaces the grower feed. This ensures your hens adjust comfortably without stress. To help you navigate this process more precisely, I've created a detailed feed chart available in my Telegram group, which I'll link in the description. The chart is a valuable guide for beginners and seasoned farmers alike, outlining how much feed to give at each stage for different types of chickens. broilers, layers, dual purpose, or even local breeds. It's particularly helpful for beginners because it provides clarity and structure, but it's important to remember that feed requirements can vary slightly depending on factors like the breed, climate, and management style. That's why I also recommend checking with your chick's supplier or hatchery for their specific feed guidelines. They often provide tailored recommendations based on the breed they sell, which ensures your feeding plan aligns perfectly with the needs of your flock. Feeding your layers correctly from day one to the end of their laying cycle is not just about providing nutrition, it's about maximizing their potential while ensuring their health and well-being. By following the right feeding schedule and making timely transitions, you'll set your hens up for a long, productive life of laying high-quality eggs. Remember, every stage of feeding builds upon the one before, so precision and consistency are your greatest allies in poultry farming. By now, you should have a solid understanding of the types of feed to use, when to transition between feed types, and how much feed to give to ensure your flock grows healthy and productive. Remember, feeding isn't just about growth, it's about setting your chickens up for success, whether that's producing quality meat, consistent eggs, or both. As I mentioned earlier, there's a detailed feeding chart available in my Telegram group, which I've linked in the description. This chart will be your valuable resource, especially if you're new to poultry farming. It's easy to follow and provides exact feeding amounts per day per chicken for all chicken types, but don't forget to adjust it based on your specific breed and farming goals. Always consult your chick supplier or hatchery for additional guidance. They know the unique needs of the birds they provide, and that advice can make all the difference. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're just getting started on this journey, and this is only part 4 of our complete guide to starting a poultry farm as a side hustle. If you haven't watched the earlier parts yet, I've linked them in the description. I highly recommend going back and checking them out. They'll fill in any gaps and give you the full picture of building a thriving poultry business. Stay tuned for the next part, where we'll get even deeper into more essential aspects of poultry farming. Hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when the new video drops. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best. See you in the next video.